Hi, beautiful Taurus. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Taurus, this is your mid-month reading, mid-September until mid-October, give and take. We're going to start with an overall energy here and sort of undercurrent that's going to sort of be the energy that goes on throughout the month. But we're also going to get much more cards on the table and clarifiers before we really get into the message itself. And then at the very end, we're going to ask the angels to come in with additional messages, something extra you need to hear right now. See whatever they have to give to you. Also, I want to say that I've started to do personal readings, so if you're interested in that, all the information is in the description box. Read about it and see if you're interested. Taurus, what's going on for Taurus, please? Mid-September. Taurus. There you go. Wow. Good fortune, invite magic in. And I'm really drawn to the rainbow. It's like the rainbow is piercing right through you. Like you're in alignment with the rainbow. You're in alignment with the frequencies that creates wonders, the frequencies that creates worlds, the frequency that the manifester. You're the manifester, like you're the magician. That's the underlying current here from mid-September until mid-October. That's really, really beautiful. And, you know, there's a lot of people saying, you know, we have, I think it's 6 planets or something like that, like something crazy like that, as being retrograde. And there's a lot of people saying like that is the most, like the toughest time. It's so much hardship. And sometimes, you know, so I have this other channel. I started this other channel over at Buy Me a Coffee. There's a channel here on YouTube as well. My True North. I call it My True North because we sort of are coming into a new true north. We're coming into finding our new north. And anything and everything goes there, which will help go in that direction. And I do daily energy forecast there where I just sit with the energy. I sit with my guides. I sit with the overall feeling of the globe, of the universe's energy, like what is going on right now. And I write it down. And it's interesting because I get this feeling from my guides that even though we have 6 planets going retrograde, and Mercury being one of them, that is always like he apparently it's a he. It's always getting a bad rap, like for things not working. And I just feel like there's such a neutral, it's just such a neutral energy around these retrogrades this time. And I think that sometimes also because whatever you think about, you create. You're going to bring about your own prophecy by what you are convinced is going to happen. So the moment you step into Mercury going retrograde and you're so sure things are going to go wrong, guess what? Not necessarily because they will and because they would have if you would have left it alone, if you didn't know about it, you know, just like allergies in the springtime. People expect it even like in the winter, like, oh, soon spring is here and I'm going to get so much allergies because what if you are not? Okay, side note. But anyway, there's something here saying this is a really beautiful manifestational period for you. And if you were to listen to sort of anyone else right now, it's like this is a tough time to manifest like anything, love, business situations. And I feel like that is just not true. Good fortune, invite magic in. Learn to work with the planets. I mean, if there's sort of a certain energy here, like there's like if you compare it to weather, I like to compare the energies to weather. Like if this is right now, today is a crazy weather. I see a lot of rainbows. I've seen 2 rainbows here today even already because we have a little bit of rain and there's a little bit of sun and it's very ambivalent. I think it's the word. Like it's going back and forth, not knowing really what it wants. Yeah, then maybe I wouldn't plan my I wouldn't have the wedding outside today because it's really weird weather and it's like raining every once in a while. If, it's really, really coming down hard, I wouldn't have an outside picnic. I wouldn't sit on the grass. I would, work accordingly. Well, we can have a beautiful picnic inside. We can have like parties and festivities inside. Or if it's like really, really beautiful weather, it's so warm, maybe this is the time to go take a bath. Like go take a bath, go and swim, go into the ocean. So like you work accordingly. But it doesn't mean that it's going to go all wrong and it's not going to happen. You can love someone indoors, I've heard. Do you know what I mean? Okay, moving on. So this beautiful, gorgeous undercurrent. Why is that here for Taurus, please? What do we have for them? Peace, 13. And when I'm recording this, it's the day 13 as well, which talks about transformation. It talks about the feminine flow. It's interesting because I wrote about it in the daily forecast just late last night for today's energy forecast. So 13 is the transformation. It is talking about like really going with the flow. Surrender and go with the flow. Like not try to force anything to happen, like rush anything to happen, but also not like not do anything. It's just going with the flow. It's going with the. I try to paint a picture like if you think of a river, a quite strong, like the undercurrent is really, really strong, and so it's like a really flowy river, and you sort of release, you sort of just see yourself laying on the back and just, there's no boat, there's no life vest, there's no nothing. You're just floating in that river. And the more you just relax and the more you release and the more you surrender and allow, you're just going to be carried through those waves and through the current. You can't really rush it. It's not going to go faster because you sort of want to rush it to go faster. The stream is going to have the pace it has, and you can't stop it. For the life of you, try to resist that type of current. You're just not gonna. That's not gonna sit well with you. You don't want to fight those forces because it's gonna hurt. And this is very much like good fortune. Invite magic in. Just surrender and allow. And there's so much that wants to enter your life as you sort of just. This is about releasing, let go and let God. Release the past. There is a much more enriching. I just made that up. There is a more enriching future coming. But I feel that there is a much more enriching future coming. If you learn how to surrender, just go with the river. I really dove into that energy there. I said I was going to get all the cards on the table, but I didn't. Can we clarify this, why that is here? And it's interesting because it's one card. I usually get like 3, 4, or 5 cards here to explain the energy. And it's like one, and it's this peace. It's peace and transformation. Go with the feminine energy, and you'll be just fine. Clarify why this is here, please. For Taurus, it feels like there's one more. There we go. 2 more. Patience. Yeah. Look at this. So we have, I want to show you this first. We have financial and material changes. Financial and material changes are happening in your life as we speak. And we have material and spiritual prosperity. These are basically the same. Basically the same. We're changing something here. Both, like, I love that it's like we have financial and material, but we also have material and spiritual. And it's it just goes to show that it's not just some you surrender to a bigger force. You surrender to your bigger self, to your larger self, your spiritual self, and let that being carry you. If you see the river as your inner being, you sort of surrender to your inner being and just trust that the inner being is really there with you and carries you through. It will change basically everything for you right now. There's a confidence there, Taurus. If you don't feel this confidence, you're definitely inspired to start to recognize this confidence inside yourself. Like, the more you just start to walk around, like, you choose to feel confident just because you can. Not because you have the reason to, not because you had it in the past or you did not have it in the past. You're choosing to feel confident just because you can. And that energy brings about a certain clarity, a certain it's not clarity really that I'm looking for. It brings about a certain like, I'm also receiving knowing, but it's not really, that's not the energy really that I'm feeling. Help me out here. Determination. So I'm getting like, I'm not doing a good job at translating the energy. I get knowing, I get determination, and I get clarity. Those are really awesome things, but it's still like another word that I'm trying to bring it home with another word. It's just yeah, knowing, determination. Sorry, I just can't dress the energy in any other word. I think you know where I am with this. It's just a certainty that like things are taken care of. And when you act with this energy, you know, I had this personal reading with one person, and through that reading came this gorgeous saying that I've never heard before. And we're so used to say fake it until you make it, or act as if. I like act as if. That's very neutral. Fake it till you make it doesn't sit well with me, because fake, why do you want to be fake until you make it? Like, it just doesn't rhyme. It doesn't make any sense. It makes sense energetically, but again, dressing the word in the correct, like dressing the energy with the correct word, you know, it's quite important. So the phrase that I got was, pray it until you play it. I was like, that's so good. Pray it until you play it. Like, you can pray for this, you can visualize this, you can hold this in your mind's eye until you get to play it, until you get to experience it, and until you get to have it in your life. So pray it until you play it right now, if you don't feel like you have this already. Because there's a confidence here about Taurus, okay? And then we have, I'm going to actually read it for the material and spiritual prosperity there. Then we have the patience card, which is asking you, like, literally, do you see how much you're manifesting there? We have the non-physical energy there, like the ether energy, and there's a seed in your hand, and then there's a flower, like the flower has already sprung, it has already blossomed, and so it's sitting right in front of your face, and you're a little bit impatient that things are not moving maybe as quickly as you want, maybe as things are not turning out exactly the way you hoped or thought, but know that they are. You just have to give it a little bit more time. There is some sort of divine timing going on. I mean, the most timing is when you are in that alignment. When you're stepping into that type of alignment, you are in alignment. You're in line with the creative forces. And when that happens, you know, things just explode. I just hear this, I hear these fireworks, like the little firecrackers, like like going off everywhere. Just firecrackers everywhere around you once you get into this type of alignment. When you're not When you are in that, like full blown in that alignment, you never have to work on your patience. You just never have to work on your patience, because when you're in that alignment, you just feel it. You feel it like as if it has already happened, as if you're already there. And then you don't have to practice your patience. So practicing your patience is when you step a little bit outside of this alignment. When you sort of can't hold the alignment, then is when you need to practice your patience. And then it might just be that, you know, things need to just fall into place a little bit more. Things are working out, you know, things just need to fall into place for whatever reason. And it's for you to just trust, and I know it sucks, but it's to just trust that the universe knows what it's doing for your highest good. And 14 is the beginning of, it's just a new adventure for your heart. It's a new beginning for the heart. Does the angels have anything extra here to say? We have Yvonne with a kitty cat, which is very much about love for me. And we have Crystal, which can be talking about getting some crystals, having crystals around you. And then Zana. So if we start with Zana here, and I see her heart, and I also see a crystal in her heart. So maybe, okay, I just want to show you. So we have a crystal angel, that is a crystal. And then we have the Zana card, which is you just look at her heart, and then she had, like, right in the middle there's a crystal. And then we have Yvonne that has a little cat, a little kitten, right in front of her heart. So, and we already had like 14 new beginning for the heart. So I just feel like the energy field, like being in alignment with that energy that is the creative force, and in alignment with the rainbow that is creating literally whatever you want to create. There's like an expansion happening with the heart. That's really, I said a new beginning for the heart, but it's like it goes so much deeper. It's like, it's not like you just have your heart and this heart is now about to have a new experience. It's about the heart actually having the experience. Like the heart is, how do I explain it? It sounds like I'm saying the exact same thing twice. It's like, okay, so let's say you just have your heart and then you meet someone, and so your heart is going to have an experience because you meet someone. It's not that so much. That might just be the experience or the consequence of your expanded heart. I just feel like it's your heart that's going on the journey. I'm just seeing this expanded version of the heart. Like the heart is just really growing, and you're allowing it to open more and more. You're allowing it to exist. And it's something about having like this new emotional path, or there's a new beginning for the heart there. The heart is going to be completely different. And because the heart is going to be different, your life is going to be different. So we're starting with the Zana. Do you see how like it's just magnetism, like how it just expands? You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. And for whatever reason, that message is coming to you. So maybe you've had certain things happen in the past where you felt like you need to close your heart down a little bit, or protect your heart, or you just at least have not been able to really open it up. The beautiful thing that is happening when you are opening your heart, when your heart elevates, so when your heart like comes into higher vibrations, you can't even attract harm. The reason why they can promise you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So the reason for that, yeah, we can have a team of angels that are walking just beside us to make sure that we don't get run over every day, or that we put the wrong thing in our mouth and so we're being poisoned, or we are, all these different, like I find it amazing that we're alive. as many people as we are, and and the stupid things that we're doing, and sometimes, and I'm just even fascinated by the way that we drive cars with like heavy machinery, that it can go so fast that like just anything running into it and it's like a super crash. That was somewhere along the lines, literally along the lines, decided that a small part of a little paint in the middle of the road, here, at least here in Sweden. I get that when you get to bigger cities and all of that, like we have traffic just going in one direction, and then we have like a huge thing that divides it, and then we have all the other traffic going in a different direction. But in a lot of times, a lot of places, it's just a little, like I'm going in this direction, full speed, you know, and then just by the division of a little painted strip down right in the middle, can't cross over here, like, because you would be dead. We just pass each other like in such speed, and we were like completely fine with it. Everything else is like, oh, you have to wear a helmet, you have to watch out for this, watch out for that, don't, you know. But the little small paint, like, I don't get it. Anyway, how did I get there? The way and why you won't why you should feel safe. And it's sort of a point with the paint in the middle. You won't get run over, you won't get harmed, because you're in the right energy, you're in alignment. If you have an elevated heart, if you have a really high vibration, the only thing you will attract is according to that vibration. And that means the higher up you get, the closer to love and harmony and peace. We have peace as you'll have. And so the more you raise your vibration, the more the angels can promise you that there's no harm. It can't harm you anymore. It really literally cannot harm you, because it's on a different frequency. It just can't touch you. You can talk yourself there again. You can invite them by thinking about certain people, thinking about certain situation, thinking about how he's gonna turn out. But if you sort of just trust that I'm on this gorgeous energy level, I'm on this gorgeous vibrational level, and on this level, unless this person, this situation, this thing also elevates and transforms and comes to the same level, they can't touch me. Bad money can't touch me. Bad people, there's no harm here. You can feel completely safe. And then we have Yvonne, which is, I just see a lot of healing here, and a lot of like self-love and respect for yourself. You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. And this cat for me represents love. So there's a lot of love, like to really love yourself and respect yourself and feel this confidence and feel this worthiness. And there's a lot of healing going on there. I mean, green is the whole love. It's not the romantic love, it's the whole love. It's you becoming whole. And then we have the crystal. Have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. And for some of you, if you're interested in crystals, that just has never been my thing. I'm just not into them whatsoever. I just don't feel drawn to them. But whoever feels drawn to them, use it right now. If there's a crystal coming to mind, if there's a crystal, like if you have crystals around you and you've been thinking about them, use them, have them around you, because they're going to play a part somehow, some way. And know that you're moving towards something. Something positive is about to happen, but it's on the horizon and you can't see it just yet. So practice that patience of yours. Know that your heart is expanding. You're coming into greater and greater things. Right, I promised. Thank you. I promised, and then I move on. I was going to read out of this book, not this book, this card. Material and spiritual prosperity. Red. Number 6, and 6 is love and harmony. The number 6 physical card represents a peaceful, do we have peace there again? Peaceful, tranquil time when problems seems to actually disappear. A sudden bonus, pay raise, or even promotion could be in the offering. It could be expected or arrive out of the blue. This card may also signify a group that has worked and strived towards the success of a common goal. A time of prosperity, balance, and harmony in your physical and spiritual existence is showing you that the practice of giving and receiving will bring you true riches. Look into your life and see where you can spread spiritual and physical wealth. Is there a person or a favorite charity that would welcome an act of kindness right now? Practice generosity, gratitude, and compassion so that you continue to prosper in all areas of your life. That is just so beautiful. Okay, guys, that's what I have for you. I hope that was uplifting and inspirational. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading, read all about it in the description box and send me a message and we'll go from there. Thank you so much, guys, for coming here, watching these videos. I really, really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up if you like this button. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and push the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you one bit, but it really helps this channel a lot. So thank you so much, guys.